In a quiet neighborhood just outside Portland, Oregon, lived a 13-year-old boy named Jake Miller. Jake was full of energy and loved basketball. Every afternoon after school, you could find him at the local park, dribbling under the fading light, taking hundreds of free throws until the streetlights came on. But there was one thing Jake hated: science class. No matter how long he studied, his grades stayed average. What really frustrated him was that his best friend Lucas always seemed to ace every test effortlessly. One Thursday afternoon, Jake sat in the living room, staring at another disappointing paper. His dad, Michael Miller, came home from work and instantly noticed the look on his son's face. "Rough day?" his dad asked gently. Jake sighed. "Yeah, I studied all week and Lucas still beat me again. He's just better than me at everything." Michael smiled softly. "You really think so?" Jake nodded. "All right," his dad said. "I'm going to teach you something important, 3 lessons that helped me all my life. But I won't just tell you, you're going to learn them." Jake looked up intrigued. "What do I have to do?" "First challenge," his dad said. "Invite Lucas to play basketball with you tomorrow." The next afternoon, the Oregon sky was clear and cool. Jake and Lucas hit the court. Jake lived for basketball. He dribbled with confidence, passed cleanly, and scored again and again. Lucas tried hard, but missed easy shots, laughed at himself, and couldn't keep up. When the game ended, both boys were sweaty but smiling. Jake had dominated. That evening, Michael asked, "So, how'd it go?" Jake grinned. "I crushed him." "Lucas can't play basketball at all." Michael chuckled. "Interesting. So Lucas isn't great at basketball, but he's great at science. You're the opposite. Do you see the point?" Jake paused, thinking. "Oh, we all have different strengths." His dad nodded. "Exactly. Don't compare your weakness to someone else's strength. Everyone shines in their own light." The next morning, Michael gave Jake his second challenge. "Tomorrow at school, I want you to watch Lucas. Don't look at his grades, watch his habits. See how he interacts with science." So Jake did. He noticed Lucas was always curious. During lunch, he sketched molecule diagrams on napkins. In class, he asked the teacher endless questions. On the bus, he read a book about NASA missions. That evening, Jake told his dad everything. He's always doing science stuff, even when he doesn't have to. Michael smiled. That's lesson number 2, Jake. People get good at what they love because they practice it all the time. It's not magic, it's repetition fueled by passion. Jake nodded slowly. Maybe science wouldn't be so bad if he approached it the same way he approached basketball, with interest and curiosity. 2 days later, Michael said, "All right, last lesson. How much better do you think Lucas is at science than you?" Jake thought for a moment. "Maybe 3 times better?" "Good," his dad said. "Then tomorrow, I want you to study 3 times harder." Jake gulped but agreed. That Saturday morning, he opened his textbooks. The first hour went fine. The second dragged on. By the third, his head throbbed and his focus vanished. Eventually, he fell asleep right on his notes. That evening, Michael found him snoring over a page of equations. Jake woke up groggy. "I tried, Dad. I really did. But my brain just gave up." Michael smiled gently. "That's okay. You've learned the 3rd lesson." Jake frowned. Which is, when you work on something you don't love, discipline feels like punishment. But when you love it, when it excites you, discipline feels natural. He put a hand on Jake's shoulder. So, if you want to become great at something, either do what you love or learn to love what you do. Those words sank deep into Jake's heart. Over the next few weeks, Jake tried something new. Instead of forcing himself to memorize facts, he started exploring science in ways that interested him. He watched YouTube experiments, built a baking soda volcano in the backyard, and read about how rockets worked. Slowly, things started to make sense. His test scores improved, but more importantly, he actually enjoyed learning. One evening, while shooting hoops in his driveway, Jake realized something powerful. The secret wasn't being born talented. It was about showing up. practicing, and caring enough to keep improving. We live in a world obsessed with comparison. There's always someone faster, richer, smarter, or more talented. But true growth doesn't come from competing with others. It comes from competing with yourself. Your only real opponent is the person you were yesterday. Remember this. Zeka, you can improve at anything if you practice with passion. K, you can overcome any weakness with consistent effort. And success doesn't mean being the best in the world. It means becoming the best version of yourself. So when you feel like giving up, think of Jake Miller. He wasn't the smartest kid in the room, but he discovered that effort, curiosity, and consistency can outshine talent any day.